Hi everyone. In our math session today, we're going to look at place value. And I want you to understand what each digit represents when partitioning a number. Okay, so in class we talk about digits being the numbers from 0 to 9. Okay, so you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. They are all digits, and when you put them together they make numbers. Sometimes the numbers have one digit in them, sometimes they have two digits in them, and so on and so forth. So when we partition numbers, we use something called a part-whole method, and we talk about the tens and the ones digits. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Right, so if we had number 45, I'm going to put that on my board for you to see. You can see it's got two digits. It's got a 4 and it's got a 5. Okay, what I want you to understand is the value of each of those digits. Okay, so when we're going to partition it, we're going to be talking about how much each of those digits are worth. So we can partition it into tens and ones like this. This 4 stands for 4 tens. Now 4 tens are 40. And this 5 digit stands for 5 ones. Okay, so it's just a 5 on its own, like that. This is the part-whole method, okay, when you partition it like this. Now, we can partition it straightforward into the number of tens we can see here and the number of ones, okay? However, we also, in class, we try and partition it in different ways. So keeping the same number 45, another way of partitioning it would be to say, I'm going to partition this side into 30, so 3 tens, but it's 4 tens, remember, so I've still got 1 10 spare, which means I would have to put that 1 10 over here, and I've still got my 5 ones. So another way of partitioning it would be to say 30 and 15 makes 45. Let's have another look. So we're keeping the number 45. We're talking about tens and ones. So this time I'm going to partition it into 2 tens. So 2 tens are 20. But remember, I've got 4 tens all together. So if I've used 2 tens over here, it means I still have 2 tens left. So I'll have to put my 2 tens over here, and I've still got my 5 ones. So I now have 20 and 25 makes 45. Excuse me. We can go on again, look. We can put our number 45 here. And we can partition it again into some tens and some ones. This time I'm just going to partition it into 1 10. Now if I have 4 tens and I've used 1 10, I've still got 3 tens left, haven't I? Because 4, and if I take 1 away, I'm left with 3. So I've still got 3 tens here. And I've still got my 5 ones, so it would be 35. It would be 10 and 35 to make 45. Okay, so what I'm trying to get you to understand is what each digit represents. You've got your tens and your ones, and we can use this part-whole method to partition it in lots of different ways. Okay, what I'd like you to do, I'm going to show you another whiteboard with a 2-digit number on. I'll hold it a little bit closer to the screen like this while I'm talking about it, and I've just put the part-whole method in different ways. So I've got my 2-digit number 37, and I've told you that in this circle I'm partitioning it into 30. So what number would go in this circle? Over here we've kept the same number 37, but this time I've partitioned it into a 10. So I've used 1 10 from my 30. So how many tens would I have left? And how many ones would I have left? What number would have to go in here? And then at the bottom, again, I've got the number 37. And I've used 2 of my 10s, so I've put 20 in here. So I've still got a 10 left. And how many ones have I got left? What number would have to go in there? You can pause the video at this point if you want to try and work those 3 out. And finally, for a last challenge, I've not given you any of the answers. I've just given you the number 64 and I've left my 2 circles blank for you to partition it for me. You can start by doing it straightforward with the 10s you can see and the 1s, but then over here, can you partition it a different way into 10s and 1s? And down here, can you partition it a different way into 10s and 1s? Okay, have lots of fun and I'll see you soon.